This is the compliance system for financial conflict of interest uh, regulations as provided by the National Institutes of Health, Medicine, and some of our other grant providing agencies at the Salk Institute who might develop this for. We have a system by which our employees, and I'm going to look myself up here, our employees have designations that can be associated with them. My title is not associated with a particular designation. I'll show that in the settings. So our grants office can go over to the personnel component of the settings, and they can set certain job titles associated with certain designations. I've also created another system by which they can associate certain designations with certain required forms. So investigators need to complete an annual investigator disclosure and an NIH FCOI training biannually. And there are other disclosures for other designations, as you can see, and other designations for other job titles. Going back to the detail view here, if I had disclosures, this is where they would be, and training and project-specific certifications having to do with the particular grant, and attachments, and so on. Unfortunately, can't really show too much here without violating a little bit of the ethical guidelines of this system. But there is a automatic mailing. Well, this is probably a better way to do it. So here we can see some people, what they've done. This system automatically mails out, emails out notices to people that they need to complete their designations, their disclosures. Here I can see a list of reminders if they've been sent or not. Here we can see this person, this was sent, the initial mail. Here's the PDF that I have automatically generated from the results of their form that they fill out, which is another component to this application. It's as I said before, it's an administrative panel or a portal to your disclosures, depending on what your role is. And I've set this up with a stacked role and privilege system. And there's also a button here if the administrative staff need to fill out their own disclosure, they can click here to become a regular system user, and this is what it would look like. I don't have any requirements, but say I had an amendment, something came up in the middle of the year, suddenly I have a controlling interest in Biogen or something. Click on a senior member amendment, and this is what the form looks like. We have some conditional elements. I'm using the Zend form package. I'm using jQuery, a little bit of conditional view logic to hide and show based upon answers here. Upon submission, the form gets processed into a PDF, saved, and also the answers get put into a database by which we can see if somebody has a potential conflict of interest. Going back to the dashboard, there are certain search features that allow our compliance officer to look for those people. And here we see flagged for follow-up. They answered yes to a question. People that are not compliant. VPN access. Everyone is compliant. Oh, there we are. So a list of people that are not compliant, and so on. The system is highly configurable. Going to the settings, I have a message templates area where you can assign the email that is sent out, from who, and we have some strings that are replaced with variables from the system, full name, and so on. And I have those detailed at the top in a simple note here. Additionally, some more mailer settings. Scheduled mail to be sent at a specific time, test mode addresses, testing or live. When you're testing a new global system that's going to send out mail, we like to be safe and not spam people, so we'll test it out first. And we have some more specific things to the personnel that manage the system in there as well. Site title, logo, just to keep current with the look and feel of the application. Again, I'm using the jQuery UI. And I've gone over just about everything here. Well, the default reminders, we can set the frequency of the reminders, how often they're sent, and which message template we choose to use. It's a set of conditional drop-downs. Choose one, picks another. Quite a bit of jQuery and JavaScript used throughout this application. And it is a LAMP application. And I set it all up on CentOS box. We have a two-tiered system with a database on one side of our firewall and the application server on the other, so that people can do these things while they're on the road. Frequently our researchers are out of the country during key periods of regulation submission. So that's it.